Always a party at Patchworks. Let's get this party started. Woot woot. Hi everyone, this is Julie from Patchworks, and I am so excited that you're joining us for another Must Sew TV tonight here at Patchworks. It is Thursday, June 20th, 2024, and we have a small but mighty program for you tonight. We have a great bundle of the week. We have a new quilt sample with some step outs for you. We have the latest sample of this month's Sew Lux Club Pouch. And we also have a few other fun things to show you. So I'm going to make sure everyone can see me and is hopping on. I see some great comments here. Hello to everyone. And I see a comment here from Linda. So Linda came to our Chatsworth show and tell meetup last night in the shop. So thank you to those of you who came out. We had lots of fun. And we will be doing a few more of those. We had a nice small group here to do a little bit of testing out on some logistics. So now that we've got one under our belt, we can go ahead and do some more fun things. So if you missed out last night, no worries, we'll have more fun things for you. So who's excited to see the bundle of the week? Hoot hoot. Let's take a peek overhead at that. So the bundle of the week that we have this month or this week comes from some fun fabrics that I picked out when I was down at the Moda warehouse, and then I added some additional fun things. So we have some beautiful, beautiful blue tonals and some grays and into some black. So we added some things in there, but this is more of a stash builder kind of bundle, and I hope that you love it as much as I love it. There is the half yard and the fat quarter bundles. So the fat quarter bundle is $24.99 for 12 fabrics, and if you need twice as much, well, you can go ahead and pick up the half yard stack, and that is $49.98. So this particular quilt isn't necessarily designed to be just a quilt with a background. It absolutely could work. It's a great color enhancing collection and is a lot of fun. So I hope you enjoy that. We do have limited numbers available, so if you were interested in picking up a pack, you're going to want to make sure that you get your order in or you stop by quickly. We do have some of the couple of the previous collections available. So we have a few of the Primary Basics bundle, which has some really cool, fun rainbow kind of blenders. And then we also have this sort of fun spectrum, as well as the birthday balloons. And a special shout out. So it was 2 of our Quilty team members' birthdays today. Yay! So very happy birthday to Heidi and to Flo. So very exciting that we have 2 staff members whose birthday is today. I cannot believe it, and I must surround myself with people whose birthdays are July 20th, because one of my very, very dear friends from high school, who also happens to be a delightful Patchworks Quilty customer and also our Shannon Cuddle ambassador, her birthday is today as well. So for all of you whose birthdays are June 20th, or, you know, month of June birthdays, happy birthday to you. And maybe you need the bright rainbow half yard bundle of the week from last week that has the great birthday balloons on it. All right, and then I just have a couple more of the sewing machine bundles, which is fun pinks and black and whites. and you never can have enough sewing machine fabric. So there you go. So we are going to take a peek at, which one should we do first? I think we should do our Tiny Tiles pouch, which is part of the Sew Lux pouch of the month. I think it is the, right, it's the third Thursday. And so the third Thursday is on the Moda website is dedicated to a Sew Lux pouch. So this here, the Tiny Tiles pouch, is another in the series of the pouches, and it was so fun to get to spend a little bit of time with Chrissy at the Moda warehouse a couple weeks ago, and I got to work with her, and we made part of one of her fun pouches. Jackie had gone ahead and she whipped up a few of these here, so let's take a peek at them overhead and we can look at this a little bit greater detail. So this is the Tiny Tiles pouch, and it is mini charm friendly or other scraps. You can also use some linen for the outside. She used linen, and these here are just regular fabrics on the outside, and they work really well if you use the very well priced Atkinson design zippers, which we have in the 14 and 22 inch length. And you know, we also are expanding our zipper ranges as well. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. But a super fun, easy pouch. You can have lining in it and be super exciting. You can put fusible fleece in it and quilt it. These are just simply lined and really fun and simple to make, and playing with tiny piecing. And this particular one, Jackie didn't use, she just used the 3 different fabrics here of the X fabric and some backgrounds, and then the same was the inside cornerstone. So kind of fun. Each of these patterns are just $10, and she recommends using a lightweight interfacing on the inside of this. It does call it for a 10-inch zipper, but remember that your Atkinson designs 14 or 22s can be cut down. So if you got the 22-inch zippers, just make sure to pick up an extra set of zipper pulls, and then you're able to get 2 zippers out of each 22-inch. All right, so I wanted to share with you that we got back in stock here a bunch of charms. So I'm going to show you some ones that you've already seen and that we've had for a bit, but then also show you the ones that are back. So we have some Christmas ones that we're getting ready for, you know, sewing for the season. We keep on continuing to have the Kathy Holden sewing zipper charms, which are also fun to have in store. We have the Chrissy Lux Shrinky Dink zipper pulls back in stock. So in this one, there are, I believe, 6 different charms in here. And so this pack is just $9.99. Lots of fun ones in there. We have a 3-pack, Lovely, Bloom, and Wildflower. Stacy Issue. So we have fun cutesy ones. Some more Kathy Holden sewing in the miniatures. I love these miniatures. And this one, we've been waiting for this one. This is the Bookworm and the Book. Oh, that one's so cute. And we have the frog with the lily pad and a ladybug. Just in time for the 4th of July, we have a USA and a flag. We have a rainbow and a love. And we have the beautiful robin and sunflower. I'm going to put a link up here for the Sew Lux Pouch Club that has all of the charms in it and some of the latest patterns in there. Super fun. I'm just checking, make sure that I didn't miss anything. As a reminder, in case if I miss anything in the comments, I will absolutely make sure to follow up after our presentation. So I wanted to show you as well, because we're talking charms, other fun embellishments. We've been getting in a lot of these really fun tags, including some of the Sarah Hart's premium woven tags, and these are just so cute. So, so cute. And they're up by the front register. This one is Quilting is My Superpower, and then Stitched with Love. So we're continuing to get all sorts of really great premium labels from a variety of different designers. They seem to be flying out the door, so I will keep on continuing to get them so that you can include them in your projects. I know they're just really fun, and to be able to add that little extra something something onto your project. We're going to be talking about a few more purse tote things later, including going over our new interfacings that we have that are the Moda private label interfacings. But I don't think I'm going to make you wait any longer to talk about this amazing quilt that I have behind me. So this behind me is the Weavers Cottage quilt kit featuring the Autumn Forage fabric by Figo. Okay, so we got in this Autumn Forage Figo fabric a few weeks ago, and we talked about it then, and it's just really, really pretty. It has these great now colors that are sort of deserty, but they also have some pumpkins in there. So it's really, really subtle, and you wouldn't necessarily know that it's pumpkins if you weren't looking for the pumpkins. And Heidi was so awesome that she put together a solid pack to go along with it as well. So if you were inspired by the palette but didn't want to use the prints, or you wanted to use the prints and the solids, you could use them both together. So we have both of those available here. I'm going to quick grab the link to share with you for the Autumn Forge collection that's going to include the kit as well as the fabrics that I'm showing you right now. Let me just put that in the comments. All right. So behind me, what I had asked Heidi to do, so if you can see the picture here, the picture is much larger, or a much bigger project than what's behind me. So I said to Heidi, I said, this is a really fun project, but based on wall space and the fact that we don't have a billion kits to sell you, why don't we go ahead and make the baby size? So this particular pattern is available in, or is sized to make a baby, a throw, and a bed size. So it is kitted for the throw size, which is a 68-inch square, which one might even say is a small bed size. And the one that I have right here is a baby size. So the baby size is 45 square, and we just had used part of it, okay? So I'm going to, and then the bed size is a 90 by 90. So in our kit for throw size, we have 9 fat quarters, a half yard of accent, 3 yards of background, a half yard of binding, and it would require 4 1/4 yards of backing. All right, so let us take a peek overhead, and we're going to look at how this fun piece is put together. First thing that Heidi wanted me to share with you is that the, let me see here if I can get the glare to go away. There we go. Is that a little better? A little better. All right. So she wanted me to share with you that the cutting instructions are just a little wrong, but if you looked at the pictures, it would be easy to figure out. So you would be, for the whole, it's 4. For the vertical, you need 4, and for the horizontal, you need 4. But they say cut 2 and cut 2 for the horizontal and vertical. Apparently, it would make a lot of sense if you're actually making it. Okay, so first thing we're going to talk about is the little sashing strips here. So the sashing strips, you are not going to be sewing all these teeny tiny pieces together. You are going to be strip piecing, okay? So when you're strip piecing, you just sew your strips together. And one of the things that I do recommend when you're working with small pieces like this is that I do recommend that you would starch your fabric before you even cut it for any of the piecing. If you do starch it ahead of time, then it is a little bit firmer. It behaves a little bit more like paper. And when you're working with small pieces, then it has a little bit more body to it. And the starch does come out very, very easily when you wash your quilt for the first time. Okay, so we are going to, and the pattern name is Weavers Cottage. I'm not sure if I had answered that in the right time, but I just wanted to let you know it is Weavers Cottage, and it is an intermediate level piecing. And it's all straight lines, just has the little bit extra with the small piecing. Okay, so we made our strip sets that we're going to use for the sashing. And then for the block assembly, we are going to be making little rail units like this, okay? Assorted rail units, super simple, right? And when you have them together, you are going to be putting them together with a little bit of sashing. And then you have a little bit of sashing here. It's probably cut to size. And then we'll do here, and there's a little piece here. Everything blends together, so I wasn't quite peeking. Oh, everything blends together, so it's kind of escaping me on the table here. All right, so you can put them together like this. All right, and then you go ahead, and after that's together, you put the sashing around. It might be going off the edge here, but you're going to be putting the pieced sashing on the side and the bottom, and then you frame it out with solid on two sides, okay, for some of those pieces. Now, after it's all together, your piece is going to look like this, okay? And you're putting all of this together on the straight. Let's look behind us. How is this put together? It's on the diagonal, okay? So we are going to be sewing these rows together in the diagonal, and then after they're all together, we are going to be adding in some half blocks. Now, because our half blocks are simply taken by these whole blocks that we're then cutting in half, we are going to want to be a little bit careful, because when you have this long of a piece that you're cutting on the bias, what can happen when you're cutting on the bias? You're stretching it, right? So she gives us very specific instructions, and there's ways that you cut half of them this way and half of them that way, which we're not going to give away all the secrets to the pattern. But the tip and trick, which is super important, which can also be translated into other patterns that you're going to be using this technique, is that, and I'm going to look overhead on this, is that you are drawing a line down the diagonal center of the block, and then you're stitching on either side. So you're stay stitching before you are cutting it apart. How brilliant is that? I don't know that you can particularly see that, but it is an incredibly important step that I don't want you to skip, okay? So after it is cut, the thing is that if I go to stretch it, while it would stretch just a bit, It doesn't stretch completely on the bias here because it has this really nice stay stitch in place. So whenever you are working with anything on the bias, you do want to use a careful hand. You don't want to be stretching too much. You want to make sure you lay things down and pin things accordingly. And this is where if you had pre-starched your fabrics, it would also help everything go together really well. Let's take a look on the back here. So you can see here that there are partial blocks all the way around the perimeter. So that will be a little bit of careful. You need to be a little careful as you are putting those together. All right. So in the collection here, I believe, I'm just going to double check that the pattern's available standalone there as well. If it's not, it is. So right now it lists that we have one standalone pattern available, and it is on the bottom part of the screen. If you scroll down, Weavers Cottage, and it is right next to the solids bundle that is listed with the collection. All right, so really, really pretty from Figo. Let me know if you like the Figo contemporary look. It's very much like art gallery. It also looks same color palette as a lot of what we've been seeing with Fancy That Design House. I'm just going to quick grab a piece from that so we can see this kind of prairie style. So this is Fancy That Design House. This one is a little bit bolder, and this one here a little bit softer from Woodlands and Wildflowers, but you can see how soft and beautiful everything works together. All right, so any questions on that? I'll continue to monitor to see if anyone has any questions. Thanks everyone for tuning in. It's so great to see all of you. And checking the separate platforms, I think we are good. How awesome is that? All right. Let me clean this up, and then I am going to share with you another fun project. Well, actually, before we go to another fun project, I'm really excited because this afternoon, late this afternoon, the UPS guy came, and he brought some really fun things that we have been waiting on for a really long time. So I made sure to pop it up on the website. We've been getting lots and lots and lots and lots of our basic color wall restocked. So we've been just having a really hard time, which is a good thing, of keeping all the colors in stock. And so we've been ordering what seems to be every other day, not quite, but a lot. And so we have another Northcott order that I need to open up. We had gotten a bunch of Moda last week. And I know we have some Andover as well that we're just restocking, making sure everything is full of color, all the different colors you need to be able to start new projects or work with the fabrics that you're trying to finish up some existing projects. All right, so this fabric, so we're all familiar, or maybe not all of you, but many of you are familiar with Starry. And Starry is a fabric from Ruby Star Society that was brought around. It was created a while ago, and then earlier this year it was brought back as a basic, and we have it stocked in store. We have most of the colors in stock right now, and this is probably one of my favorite, the multicolor with the natural. I realized, I was curious why we still have a pair of the socks in store, because like no one else in the world has them. These super fun socks that are from the Starry fabric, and it was because we had the wrong picture on the website. Oh, so I fixed that, and so there's, for one lucky person, we have one pair of socks that no one else has in the whole world. All right, so are you ready? Are you sitting down? The exciting Starry that we got in today is the wide back. So we got 3 amazing wide backs in of the Starry collection, and if all of you think it's the greatest thing since sliced thin sliced bread. We can get in more colors, but a lot of times with the wide backs, we really sell more of the neutral colors, so that's why we brought in what we did. So we have 3 amazing wide backs that are in, and I'll share the link right after I'm done here. So we have the beautiful multicolor, and that really is like identical to the coloring of the short bolt. And the socks. And then the other 2 that we have is the gorgeous navy, the navy on navy, and we just sold the last of the 45-inch goods, so we're gonna have to get that back in stock. But look, this really works well with our bundle of the week. So, you know, when you're picking up the bundle of the week, go ahead and pick up 3 yards of this one here. This is the color 45. I don't know what the language is on it or the word associated with it. They don't print that on the label. I have it on the web description though. And then we also have the super cool black background with ivory stars. So these are super exciting. We are going to be able to reorder these for a bit. I hope you like them. I know this first round is going to go quick, so make sure to scoop yours up if you would like if you'd like to be on the first round. Yes, Halloween background or backing. Okay, and let me get you that link for the link for the Starry. It's right on the front page of our website, and I have the 45-inch and 108 mixed together so that you don't have to worry about that. Okay, there we go. We are going to talk about a few things that are listed in our new stuff on our website. So in our new stuff, we did go over a bunch of this that was last week, but I would like to share some more with you. We have the Cup of Tea Sampler Quilt Book in stock. This is Julie Herman of Jaybird Quilts and Lazy Girl Designs. She is going to be doing a quilt along later this summer. She had been out for a short bit, and so the dates got pushed back. She's not quite sure exactly when her dates are going to be, but we have the Sampler Quilt Book in stock. And we do have all of the Jaybird and Lazy Girl rulers in stock. So if you need to pick those up, you absolutely can. And the other thing too that I really love about Julie Herman, and maybe I'm misspeaking here. Oh no, this one does not have the template. You do need the book on this one. Or oh no, we do have it. We have the templates here as well. So if you aren't super certain, you can absolutely just use the templates instead of using the ruler. However, if you're going to be working on a whole quilt like this, instead of just making a block or two, quite often it's much simpler if you just go ahead and get the tool to make the project. All right, so that is really exciting. We have that there. And then for the other new stuff that we have in the Moda private label interfacings. So these aren't super sexy per se, so if I'm just going to describe them to you as I hold them up, because we really can't translate to me being able to help you see them necessarily any better. So we have the batting tape in stock, and this is a much better priced batting tape than the previous batting tape we had. So this is a fusible seam batting tape, and we have gotten good reviews on this so far already. But we always do recommend that you would try anything out before you would use it on something. So try a little sample before you start using a new product, so that your expectations are met. So this is 100% polyester tricot to help keep seams stable if you are joining batting together. It's always my preference to use a whole piece of batting, but sometimes, you know, as you have all the cutoffs from larger pieces that you have leftovers after the long armor, when you pick things up from Angie, that you want to be able to piece things together. So if you're making a bed size quilt, I always recommend that you get new batting off the shelf, but sometimes it makes sense to piece leftovers together for leftover projects, right? Because waste not, want not, right? Absolutely. So this is $8.49 and there is 15 yards in here. So a lot of joining, a lot of joining. Then we have the MD or MI 102, and this would be comparable to like a SF97 or an 97F. I think that's so comparable to many of the Pellon products that we're used to. This one here, the MD 103, this is a medium weight iron-on fusible, and this is a this is not a woven, this is a non-woven. So this was the light and this is the non-woven. Then we have this one here, which is the MI 101. What could that be like? A 101. So we have here, this is a 22-inch. It's the 101. It's $5.52 a yard. So very good price on that. Then we have the non-woven extra firm. So maybe like a Decor Bond, okay? And so this is 20 inches wide. This one here is a medium weight wide. It's called a sew-in interfacing, but this would be a great tearaway stabilizer. Then we have here the non-woven firm, and this would be like your Timtex or such. Okay, so it's a really nice heavy weight, which could be great for adding structure to your craft projects. And then we have two different fleeces. So this is a 42-inch fusible fleece, and this one is $10 a yard. And then we have the 20-inch fusible fleece, and this one is $6.48 a yard. All right, I think I got them all, maybe, sort of. We continue to carry other brands that you have grown to buy here. Pellon is most of what we carry. We do have a few other great interfacings. All of our interfacings and such and fusible web adhesives are behind the cutting table. So if you are having trouble finding them, just know that we have them stocked right behind the main cutting table. All right. One last project to share with you. As I said, we have a little bit shorter of a program for you today. Lots going on in summer. We're going to have one more program in June before we take a little hiatus in July. Don't worry, we'll be coming back, as well as we'll be sharing with you things that are happening throughout the month. But summer gets crazy, right? And so between our staff vacations and, well, I'm going a place or two, and then we have the 4th of July in there, and oh my goodness. So we just figured that we would have a little bit of a hiatus in July. So we have one more in June, and then we will be doing some resetting and coming back with great stuff. All right, so what else do I have to show you today? So I am excited because Jackie is sharing. She was so excited with the Sweet Pea Sling from Sassafras Lane, this great pattern here, that she decided to make, well, not only one, but 3 different versions to show you. So I wanted to share those with you. And she did change something up on each of them, which is also super exciting to share. Which one to share first? Okay, let's share this one first. So this one was, she had made, and her friend, so she made it for her friend Carrie, but her friend Carrie actually pieced the front here. Okay, and there is the zipper application that is used is a little bit different from the other zipper applications that we have been using. Oh, let me see, can I hold it up? Yep. That we've been using in the Bayani. It's kind of a cutout zipper. Don't be scared. It's actually just like appliquing your zipper in. And if you see this hardware looks a little different, yes, we do have the sassafras lane zippers. So how that works is that we have a whole bunch of different zipper tapes here, all sorts of fun, funky ones. It is a size 5 and 3 yards of zipper tape. The zipper pulls are all available separately, so no pulls come on the zippers. So that's a little bit different because for the Bayanis by the yard, you are getting the pulls and the zipper. But with these being metallic, there's the 3 different colors, the iridescent, the nickel, and the gold. So you just buy the one set of zipper pulls and then mix and match with your different zipper tapes, okay? And will these zipper pulls work on the Bayanis? They will not. Bayanis has her own proprietary size. However, this is number 5, so it works on other number 5 things, like Sally Tomato has number 5, and there's other number 5s out there. Whew. All right, so that is that one right there. So super fun being able to see decorative zipper on the side from that zipper tape. Fun different components. In the pattern, there are also potential for using cork or vinyl, and no cork or vinyl was used in the construction of this particular bag, okay? We did pick up OD coat if you had wanted to pre-treat all of your pieces prior to putting them together to make them a little bit more water and stain resistant. I have yet to play out with that for a sample for you, but I did get that in a couple weeks ago after my visit from the Motor Warehouse. So lots of fun little parts in here. And there is a special Sweet Pea Sling hardware kit available in this nickel silver only. You can see here that there is the strapping for this would be super wide strapping. So it is built for a 2-inch wide strapping or webbing. We carry 1 and 1.5 inches in the store. So, couple options. You could buy webbing from a variety of different places or reuse something that you have. Jackie went ahead and she made her own webbing, or her own strap, by covering up some soft and stable, which is really nice here. And it's very nice and strong. So that worked really, really well. And I should probably just take a peek at her notes as I'm sharing with you to make sure that I have all the information here. And and in here she also was sharing this fun little piece for your credit cards. And for any of you who are going to be making that, she does have a fun little pattern piece for you that we can photocopy and give to you with fun little instructions if you are interested in putting that in your, if you want to make that modification for your bag as well. Next one, we have the bluish tote. And the bluish tote was using the Bayani zippers and Bayani hardware. And this was the 1.5 inch webbing that was covered. Really pretty. one piece of fabric, so it was not pieced as the cover pattern was. And then lastly, we have this one's super fun too. This is a black and white piece, and this is using by Annie Hardware. And this one has only an inch wide strapping. And so you can use whatever size strapping you like. Just make sure that you have the strapping that's appropriate for the hardware that you are using. The other interesting thing about this piece, this is a fun, crazy zipper. This is not a zipper that we carry. This is a zipper that she had in her stash. And because she wanted this fun polka dot zipper to be shown, this was a different version of appliquing the zipper on. So all sorts of great fun creativity. You can play around, make a pattern your own. Always so super fun. Just checking to see if we have any comments that I missed here. All right, so if I missed anything along the way, just let me know and I'd be more than happy to answer your questions after the program. Last but not least that I have for you today is a new book that we have in stock, and this is one of the Annie's quilting books. And these little booklets, boy, they are such a great value. They are $9.99, and this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 patterns in it. So it's just a little bit more than $1 a pattern, and super, super cute. So it's quilts that are easy to make. Nine friendly designs, quilts to make in a weekend. So they are smaller projects, but really, really easy and super fun. So you seem to be scooping up the Annie's quilting books that we have in stock. So we've been just getting some more. And Annie's, not to be confused with By Annie's, 2 separate entities. All right. Whew, that was fun. We are continuing to get in our Christmas fabrics and Halloween fabrics. They're going to be in transit. We are getting in the Primitive Gatherings Farmhouse Flannels 3. So we're super excited about that. I think that's going to be shipping out next week. And on Dasher, which is from Sweetwater, I believe, that's going to be coming very shortly as well. And the Robert Kaufman Traditional Christmases are in transit as well. All this fabric. We are getting in all of our purchase orders, and I'm trying to figure out a way so that I can share with you what is upcoming, because I know a lot of you want to be making sure that you can get, you've been seeing different fun things on social media, so we want to help you get to know what is coming, but always feel free to ask me. I'd be more than happy to let you know as to what's coming. Let's do a recap of our bundle of the week that we have. So here's our special bundle of the week. That is the Slate Color Builder Bundle. Color Builder Bundle. We have all of the other more traditional ranges of the Spectrum in store at regular price, but this gorgeous palette here, this is available for the value price of $24.99 and a half-yard bundle of $49.98. So, let me see here. We have a few questions, which is exciting. So Bobby wants to know, have we decided how we are going to handle the new Tim Holtz fabric collection coming out in October? So Tim Holtz is having a palette club, which starts in October, where there are 12 months of beautiful packs along the way. And we're going to have project inspiration included with it. There are some special totes and some other fun things. I have them all on order. And Bobby, if you wanted to just give me a recommendation of something you would like, because I know you are one of our biggest Tim Holtz fans, if you want to share how you would like to see us approach it, please give me, post me a little message on how you would like us to handle it, because we have the whole program on order. So have no fear, it's all coming, and we have his Christmas and his Halloween's in stock right now. His Christmas is coming, I believe. And we've just, well, I love Tim Holtz. So it's lots of great fun inspiration. Elle wants to know, have the bittersweet kits been added to the website, or are they even available yet? So I was just on the phone with Northcott earlier this week because we were waiting on a couple of the pieces to complete the kit, the thing. So I believe they should be shipping the fabric out next week. We just got the extra fabric of the space dyes, which are the wovens that go with the Ditto quilt that has since gone back to Jaybird. So we have that. So we should be seeing those bittersweet fabrics back in stock. And anyone who has been wondering about that particular quilt kit, do not worry, it is still coming, okay? And then Basic Gray Christmas. I do have to check on that. Some of the fabrics I am not particularly at this point aware of. I've been working with names of things and not necessarily pictures, so I don't have my designers in play that I've been working with all the purchase orders on that. So I will keep you posted on that. For your what's coming up, so I had mentioned that we're going to go live next week. We have a Halloween quilt that we'll be sharing with you. So that'll be fun to see another fun quilt kit. It will be featuring the Meowgical quilt kit from Art Gallery Fabrics. And then we will be doing some fun things for our anniversary month, which is in July. So we are going to be releasing a really, really fun quilt in store on Saturday, July 13th. So that's super exciting. Stay tuned to hear a little bit more about that, but you might want to mark that day on your calendar and just pop in if you have the availability to do so, because it will just be fun. So stay tuned for that. I'd like to thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to spend some time with us today on this fabulous Thursday. We are here Tuesday through Saturday in store and online 24/7. For our holiday schedule, we are only going to be closed on July 4th. So that is, otherwise we are going to have a regular schedule for that. Until next time, happy quilting, and we'll see you soon.